All that 100 grams of protein you eat every day to build muscle will not grow your muscles if you do not eat enough healthy fat daily. The cold hard truth about fat burning, weight loss, and building muscle is that you actually need fat to achieve any of it. Here's what they don't tell you. Your body's preferred fuel source is fat, not carbohydrates. Fat delivers more than twice the energy per gram as carbs or protein. 9 calories compared to just 4. Fat isn't sabotaging your goals, it's the key to unlocking them. But decades of false information and corporate propaganda have turned fat into the bad guy, making it one of the most misunderstood and demonized nutrients in existence. That is why a lot of seniors make the mistake of buying anything that says low fat, thinking they are making the healthier choice. But they don't realize that when these companies take the fat out, they add something far worse just to restore flavor: sugar, artificial sweeteners, thickeners, and emulsifiers, all of which quietly destroy your gut health, trigger inflammation, and sabotage every bit of progress you're trying to make. That's why in this video, I'm going to share with you 2 nuts that pack in more healthy fats than an avocado. I'll start with the runner-up, one you can easily grab in any store, and then reveal the number 1 nut, the king of them all, with up to 8 times more fat than avocado. And before we wrap up, I'll also uncover the 3 worst fat sources you need to avoid at all costs. My name is Doctor, and welcome to Golden Wisdom. Subscribe right away if you haven't yet. Let's begin. Number 1. Pecans. Before we dive into how pecans help you build muscle and protect your health, we need to clear up one big confusion about fat. There are 4 main types of fat, and contrary to popular belief, the good versus bad fat idea you've been taught is oversimplified and often wrong. Trans fats are bad fats, no question about it. They're artificial, man-made, and toxic. These are the fats created in factories, found in processed snacks, and baked goods that can sit on shelves for months. They are poison to your body and must be avoided at all costs. But saturated fat? That's not your enemy. In fact, natural saturated fats, like those found in pecans, play a vital role in delivering essential nutrients like vitamins A, D, E, and K directly to your muscles and organs. These vitamins can't function without fat, and they are the very ones that keep your bones strong, your hormones balanced, and your immune system sharp. Even more importantly, these fats signal your body to produce more testosterone, the hormone responsible for muscle growth, recovery, and strength, especially important as we age. And just like protein, the healthy fats in pecans help you feel full and satisfied for hours. You'll notice less hunger, fewer cravings, and less chance of overeating. Research supports this. A 2023 study found that older adults who regularly consumed tree nuts like pecans experienced greater muscle strength and lower inflammation compared to those who didn't. The combination of healthy fats, protein, and micronutrients supported better muscle recovery and synthesis, crucial for anyone over 60 trying to rebuild strength. So how can you start enjoying pecans in your daily meals? Let's make it practical. For breakfast, try a pecan-crusted omelet. Crack 3 eggs into a bowl, whisk them with a splash of heavy cream, salt, and pepper. Heat a spoonful of beef tallow in your skillet. As it warms, chop a 1/4 cup of pecans. Pour the eggs in, let them set, then sprinkle the pecans with some cheddar and spinach on 1/2. Fold it gently, let the cheese melt, and slide it onto your plate. You'll have a protein-packed, fat-fueled breakfast that powers your morning beautifully. For lunch, go for a pecan and grilled chicken salad. Start with greens like arugula and spinach. Add slices of grilled chicken thigh, not breast. You need that natural fat. Toss in cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, crumbled blue cheese, and a generous handful of toasted pecans. Toast them in a skillet for a few minutes until they're fragrant and golden. Then drizzle with a simple dressing of olive oil, apple cider vinegar, garlic, salt, and pepper. You'll have a refreshing, nutrient-dense meal that builds muscle while satisfying your taste buds. For dinner, try a pecan-crusted salmon. Dry the fillet, season it with salt and pepper, and press chopped pecans on top to form a crunchy crust. Heat beef tallow in a skillet and sear the fish, pecan side up, for 4 minutes. Flip and cook until golden brown. Pair it with roasted Brussels sprouts and sweet potato. It's a perfect balance of healthy fats, protein, and fiber. But here's the catch. If you're eating pecans alone, you're missing the full picture. You still won't build optimal muscle unless you combine them with another powerful nut that brings unique benefits to the table. The next nut I'm about to tell you about is richer in monounsaturated fats, especially omega-7, and that makes it a powerhouse for metabolism, heart health, and hormone balance. When you combine these two, pecans and this next nut, you're giving your muscles the most complete and efficient source of fat imaginable. The second nut is macadamia nuts. These are the kings of healthy fat, with nearly 76 grams of fat per 100 grams, among the highest of any nut. And yes, fats matter deeply when it comes to body composition. Here's how you'll know if you're not getting enough. Your hair becomes dry and brittle, your skin feels flaky and itchy, your brain feels foggy, your joints ache. These are all warning signs from your body saying, "Feed me healthy fats." Omega-3s, omega-7s, and monounsaturated fats are crucial for lubricating your joints, moisturizing your skin, nourishing your hair, and fueling your brain. And without them, your body literally cannot absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, all essential for muscle health and energy. Now think about this. If your body is suffering from dry skin, aching joints, and poor vitamin absorption, how can you possibly build or maintain muscle? The answer is, you can't. That's why healthy fats are non-negotiable. I personally recommend adding a small handful of macadamia nuts to each meal throughout your day. Not only will this improve your energy and hormone balance, but it'll also keep your metabolism humming and your muscles recovering faster. Too many people obsess over protein and calories while eating too lean. They load up on egg whites, tilapia, and chicken breast, eating barely 20 grams of fat per day. They believe they're being clean, but what they're really doing is starving their hormones. When fat intake drops too low, testosterone production plummets, inflammation rises, and your ability to build or maintain muscle crashes. In fact, a 2022 study found that older adults who added macadamia nuts to their diet for just 12 weeks saw noticeable improvements in muscle strength, better inflammation control, and enhanced insulin sensitivity. The study showed that monounsaturated fats and plant sterols in macadamia nuts directly supported hormone balance and muscle protein synthesis, especially in adults over 65. Here's how to enjoy them easily. In the morning, make a macadamia nut butter smoothie. Add 2 tablespoons of macadamia butter, a scoop of vanilla protein, half a banana, a cup of full-fat coconut milk, some spinach, and ground flaxseed. Blend it smooth. It's creamy, rich, and deeply satisfying. For lunch, try macadamia-crusted chicken thighs. Take 2 skin-on thighs, pat them dry, season with salt, pepper, and garlic powder, then press in chopped macadamia nuts to form a crust. Sear skin side down in beef tallow until golden, then finish cooking on the other side until tender. Serve with roasted asparagus drizzled in olive oil. For dinner, make macadamia pesto pasta. Combine basil, macadamia nuts, garlic, parmesan, and olive oil in a blender. Toss it with chickpea pasta and top with grilled shrimp or steak. A luxurious, muscle-nourishing meal that keeps you strong and satisfied. But before we move on, remember this. All of this effort, the pecans, the macadamias, the care you're putting into your meals, will be useless if you're still consuming the wrong types of fats elsewhere. Because right now, there are 3 specific fats quietly destroying your muscles, your hormones, and your overall health. And the last one is so common, you've probably eaten it this week without realizing. In part 2, I'll reveal these 3 toxic fats that are secretly poisoning your body and how to completely eliminate them from your diet so your healthy efforts finally start showing results. Stay tuned. This next part may shock you. If you've been adding healthy fats like pecans and macadamia nuts to your diet but still aren't seeing the results you want, stronger muscles, more energy, sharper focus, then it's time to take a closer look at the hidden enemies in your kitchen. These are the fats that quietly undo all your good work. You might think you're eating healthy, but these oils and products are sneaking into your food and sabotaging your progress every single day. The truth is, some fats heal, but others slowly harm you from the inside out. Let's uncover the 3 most toxic fats that every senior should stop eating immediately, especially if you care about your muscles, your heart, and your longevity. The first one is cottonseed oil. You might never have bought it directly, but chances are you've eaten it more times than you can count. Almost every deep-fried dish served in restaurants, French fries, fried chicken, onion rings, fish, chips, is cooked in this oil. Cottonseed oil was never meant to be food. In fact, for thousands of years, humans thrived on natural fats. Coconut oil, olive oil, butter, and beef tallow. These are fats you can extract with your hands or with simple pressure. But cottonseed oil comes from hard, dense seeds that require intense industrial processing. To pull oil out of them, manufacturers use high heat and harsh chemicals like hexane, a petroleum solvent. That means by the time it reaches your plate, it's already oxidized, rancid, and inflammatory. Your body sees it as a toxin, not nourishment. A 2021 study examined how different dietary fats affect muscle health in older adults. The results were shocking. Those who ate high amounts of seed oils, especially cottonseed, soybean, and corn oil, showed far more inflammation, poorer muscle recovery, and faster loss of muscle mass, a condition called sarcopenia, compared to people who consumed natural fats like olive oil or animal fat. The reason? These industrial seed oils are rich in unstable omega-6 fatty acids that oxidize easily and damage your cells. When these damaged fats get into your body, they cause inflammation in your muscles, joints, and even your brain. Over time, they make you weaker, stiffer, and more fatigued. Now, the second toxic fat, and perhaps the most common, is soybean oil. It's cheap, mass-produced, and hiding everywhere, in salad dressings, mayonnaise, bread, sauces, baked goods, and even so-called healthy protein bars. But here's the truth that most people don't realize. Soybean oil is largely genetically modified. Your body doesn't recognize it as natural food. It treats it like a foreign substance, and when that happens, your body's defense system goes on alert. These oils get stored in your fat tissue because your body doesn't know how to break them down properly. That means instead of being used for energy or muscle growth, they sit in your belly, your love handles, and your thighs, fueling inflammation and blocking muscle repair. Your body is intelligent. When it doesn't recognize something, it protects itself by isolating it. So what does it do with the unnatural components of soybean oil? It locks them away in fat cells, especially around your abdomen. That's why even when you eat well and exercise, you can still feel soft around the middle, because those inflammatory fats are trapped there, making it nearly impossible to lose weight or gain muscle effectively. And here's the most alarming part. These oils don't just make you store fat, they also block testosterone and growth hormone production. That means less muscle, slower recovery, and more fatigue. For men and women over 60, this is critical. When hormones drop, so does muscle tone, energy, and mobility. You can do everything right in your workouts, but if your kitchen is still full of soybean or cottonseed oil, you're fighting an uphill battle. A 2020 study reinforced this. Researchers found that older adults who consumed diets high in seed oils experienced greater belly fat accumulation and lower muscle protein synthesis compared to those who used olive oil, nuts, and natural animal fats. The scientists concluded that the quality of fat, not just the amount, determines whether your body builds muscle or stores fat. The difference between thriving and declining comes down to what kind of oil you're cooking with. The third hidden enemy is one that might surprise you: chocolate. Now, not all chocolate is bad, but most of the ones lining grocery shelves are no better than candy bars. You've likely heard that chocolate is good for the heart and brain, and that's true only if you're eating pure dark chocolate with 85% or higher cocoa content. But the typical dark chocolate most people eat, 70%, 60%, or worse, milk chocolate, is mostly sugar with just a hint of cocoa. That's where the problem lies. Sugar is the real muscle killer. It spikes your insulin erratically, then drops it sharply, leaving your energy drained. And while insulin is a useful anabolic hormone when balanced, chronic sugar intake causes insulin resistance, meaning your muscles stop responding properly. You feel tired, your recovery slows, and instead of building muscle, you start storing more fat. It doesn't end there. Sugar also increases inflammation, damages testosterone production, and elevates cortisol, your stress hormone, which breaks down muscle tissue for energy. A 2019 study found that older adults who consumed high amounts of added sugars had lower muscle mass, higher fat percentage, and significantly weaker strength than those who kept sugar intake low. It's heartbreaking because many seniors think they're treating themselves to a small pleasure, but that small pleasure is quietly stealing their vitality. I remember one of my elderly patients, a kind woman named Margaret, who had been exercising diligently for months, but couldn't understand why her belly was growing softer and her strength declining. She confessed that every night after dinner, she ate 4 small squares of dark chocolate to relax. When we checked the label, it was only 33% cocoa and loaded with sugar. We made one simple change. She switched to real 90% dark chocolate and reduced her portion. In 8 weeks, she lost 7 pounds from her midsection, and her arms became visibly stronger. The transformation was incredible. It wasn't magic, it was simply removing the hidden sugar and toxic fat she didn't know she was consuming. So let's bring this all together. Healthy fats like pecans and macadamia nuts fuel your body, protect your hormones, and help you build strength that lasts well into your later years. But unhealthy fats like cottonseed oil, soybean oil, and processed chocolate destroy your progress, inflame your body, and age you faster than time ever could. Every bite you take is either fighting for you or against you. The choice is entirely yours. Now I want to ask you something. Which of these toxic fats have been hiding in your kitchen or sneaking into your meals? Have you been unknowingly combining good fats with bad ones? Take a moment to think about it and share in the comments below. I read every single one because your journey, your experiences, and your feedback truly matter here at Golden Wisdom. If you're ready to take the next step and rebuild your strength, I've created something special just for you. A 30-day healthy fats and muscle plan designed especially for older adults who want to feel stronger, healthier, and more energized. It's filled with over 90 recipes using real, nourishing fats like olive oil, macadamia, and pecans, and completely free of seed oils, soybean oil, and other toxic fats. Every recipe is easy to make, balanced for your age, and focused on muscle recovery, joint support, and energy stability. You can find the link in the pinned comment and in the description below. And one more thing. Tomorrow's video on Golden Wisdom reveals something that could completely change how you think about strength and aging. I'll be sharing a secret that most people never hear from their doctors. A simple, natural method that reignites your muscle power and keeps your body young from the inside out. This isn't about gimmicks or supplements. It's about understanding how your body truly works. So before you go, please subscribe to Golden Wisdom if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Like this one if it helped you. Share it with someone who needs it. And let's grow this community of wise, strong, and motivated seniors together. Remember, it's never too late to rebuild your body and your confidence. Every meal, every choice, every small change matters. You are not getting older, you are getting wiser, stronger, and more in control of your health than ever before. This is Doctor, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video, right here on Golden Wisdom, where every day is another step toward the strongest, healthiest version of you.